Something that keeps a lot of people from successfully reverse dieting is their perception of how the process should go. The thing is though, it looks different on everyone. To help illustrate this today, I'm going to show you 3 very different reverse dieting success stories, yet they all eventually reach their goals because of the reverse diet process, and you can too. Hey, this is Colin DeWaay. If you want to fix your metabolism and crush your weight loss goals just like these clients of mine, head to my website colindewaytraining.com and go to online coaching and apply today. Without question, the biggest reason people bail on a reverse diet is because they panic about too much weight gain. But what's even more important is to understand it's not about what happens during the reverse process that really matters. It's how it sets you up for success by improving your metabolism and putting you in a position to see success later when you cut. So the first example I'm going to give you is of my client Paula, and she's more of what I would consider to be, I don't really want to say normal, but more like an average response if you go through a diligent reverse diet. And when she first came to me, she was kind of struggling with sticking to her plan. She was dealing with some emotional eating problems, and she was complaining about some extra fat that she couldn't get rid of that she gained after some harsh dieting in the past. Now, when we started her reverse, she was on about 1,500 calories, doing about 20 minutes of cardio per week, weighing in at about 162 pounds. We ended up reverse dieting for 39 weeks. She got her calories up to just shy of 2,000, and she ended up at 169 pounds, so about a 7-pound increase while increasing calories by about 500 in that time. Now keep in mind, the bulk of her increase in calories came in the first about 20 weeks. And in those 20 weeks, she went from 1,500 calories to 1,926 calories and gained about 3 pounds in that time. But if you've watched my previous videos, one of the things you know is the reverse diet is not just how long you increase calories, but you also have to hold those higher calories to make sure your metabolism gets good and adapted, because if you just get them up and then immediately slash them again, your body will not have adapted and your body probably won't respond and you'll have to start over. Be patient. Anyway, when we went to start her cut, we dropped her calories back down to 1,500, which if you remember was the exact amount of calories that she started her reverse on. And we also increased her cardio from 20 minutes per week to an hour per week. She ended up dieting for 37 weeks. Of course, there was some diet breaks sprinkled in there as well. And she went from 169 pounds down to 142 pounds. And by the end of her cut, her calories were down to around 1,250 on average and doing 3.5 hours of cardio per week. And here's something else that's really cool about Paula. She got done and she really wanted to try to maintain the best she could, and she really was just super diligent to the plans. So we reverse dieted her again, and after 20 weeks of reversing post-cut, she was still at the exact same weight of 142 pounds, but she had gotten her calories up to the 2,000 mark again. Granted, she was doing 60 minutes of cardio instead of 20, but weighing much less and getting them up to that same position is pretty fantastic and not necessarily something you should expect, but it shows if you remain diligent post-diet with your reverse, which is not an easy thing to do, some really good things can happen. Now the next example I'm going to give you is of my client Ron, and this is one if you really struggle with weight gain or dealing with weight gain during the reverse process, this should be really helpful for you. Now when Ron came to me, he had actually been reverse dieting on his own for a little bit, and he mentioned that he'd been reversing for about 3 months and got his calories from 2,200 to 2,700 in that time. However, he also mentioned he did try to quick cut back in the middle of that. Didn't go so well as would be expected, and that does hurt it a little bit, but he had gotten a bit of a head start, which is obviously nice. Now Ron is someone who has tried everything under the sun to try and get results. He has gone through every type of diet with a name you can think of. He's gone on every big calorie restriction you can do, all kinds of starvation diets, tried eliminating all different kinds of foods, had tons of ups and downs, and basically just had a really long history of losing and gaining, and oftentimes gaining even more. So anyway, with this very extreme kind of yo-yo dieting, high restriction type of past, I definitely knew we were in for a long reverse diet. So when we started his reverse, keeping in mind that he had done this for a while on his own, we started at 2,700 calories and he was basically doing no cardio at all, and he was 233 pounds at that time. We ended up reverse dieting him for a full year, and that's not including the 3 months that he did on his own prior to starting with me. And we only got his calories up another 400 calories to 3,100, and he gained 22 pounds in that time. We actually did try to go above those calories for a while. We were actually as high as 3275 for a short time, but his body just could not handle it, so we backed down again and held that. Now this phase of holding about 3,100 calories came at about the halfway process, so the second half, basically 6 months long, was just holding those calories and allowing the body to get good and adapted. I cannot stress enough how important it is to give your body this time after the reverse of actually increasing calories. So yeah, 22 pounds is quite a lot. That's definitely more than either one of us wanted to gain, and yeah, definitely there was some muscle built in that time, and you'll certainly see this when I give you the final picture, but as you can see from the start of the reverse to the end of the reverse, there was definitely plenty of fat storage as well, but as I've mentioned, sometimes you have to deal with that for the greater good. One other thing to mention too, at the end of the reverse, he was doing roughly half hour of cardio per week. I actually increased it on him. It was kind of hit and miss, but I do like to try to give people some cardio. I feel like everyone should do at least some cardio because there are benefits to it, like just general health purposes, increased work capacity in the gym, being able to get your calories up a little bit more. So I do recommend it, but he wasn't doing too much. So anyway, when we started the cut, he was eating 3,100 calories, weighing 255 pounds, and we'll say kind of sort of doing a half hour of cardio per week. To start the cut, I dropped his calories down to 2,350 calories and increased his cardio to an hour for the week. By the end of his cut, he had gone from the 255 pounds down to 190 pounds, and his lowest calories by the end were 1,750, and the most cardio he was doing was 90 minutes. So yeah, we still had to get pretty dang aggressive for someone of his size, but that's kind of to be expected, especially with a history of dieting like this. But since he was patient with his reverse and didn't bail, it worked. Now you may have noticed that while he was aggressive with calories, he didn't get his cardio anywhere near as high as like Paula did, and this is just personal preference. So if you prefer to eat more food, then you're gonna need to do more cardio. Or if you prefer more time and do less cardio, then you're gonna need to eat less food. He also took a lot of diet breaks. I mean, a lot of diet breaks. So while the whole process is 67 weeks, you gotta keep in mind that about 4 months of that was dedicated towards diet breaks. And by the way, he's now 22 weeks into the reverse out of that cut. And what we're trying to do with him is try to minimize weight gain the best we can, but also not being afraid to gain a little bit of fat because he was pretty run down and drained by the end of it. And part of that is just losing so much body fat compared to what your body's used to and needing to get that aggressive. Hormones are in a different spot, and just adding a little bit of body fat back can really help with that. So we're working kind of on a delicate balance between weight and calories here. Right now he's up to 2,500 calories and he's up to about 198. So he's still maintained the majority of his results, still looks fantastic. And it's important to remember that most of the time you're not going to maintain whatever your leanest physique is, and you need to be okay with a little bit of weight gain and understand the difference between gaining all the weight back and a little bit for the greater good. But of course, everyone's different, everyone has different goals, everyone responds a little bit different and has different preferences. So sometimes, like Paula, it can be done, but most of the time, this approach that Ron's taking is probably a better option for most. All right, now my last example is the extreme example. It's the one that everyone wants, but it's super rare, and that's where you lose a lot of weight while increasing calories like crazy, and the process just goes remarkably well. And this is exactly what happened with my former client, Ivana, who was unfortunately coming from a history with a pretty bad coach who put her on a generic plan, had her on a total starvation diet, doing tons of cardio, and just ran her into the ground. And while yes, she lost weight, it screwed up her hormones and she was in a really bad place and just really struggled to get calories up again. So anyway, when she came to me, she was on her own for a little while at this point, and she'd gotten her calories up to about 1,500, a little bit shy of 1,500, weighing almost 60 kilograms. We always did kilos with her because she's from Canada, which is about 131 pounds. She was also doing 135 minutes of steady state cardio as well as one HIIT session per week of 20 minutes. It's also worth pointing out that she was doing keto at the time of our start, and she was terrified of carbs. So the plan when we started was to just take things slow, which after some time, as we look back, we both laughed about, because by the time we got partway into it, it was like I was just throwing carbs and calories at her because her body was responding so ridiculously well. Anyway, after 20 weeks of reverse dieting, we had gotten our calories from 1,500 calories to 2,600 calories, and her weight went from 131 pounds to 120 pounds. So yeah, we increased calories by 1,100 per day, and she lost 11 pounds. It does not get any better than that. And that's not even to mention that she went from doing about 2.5 hours of cardio per week to a half hour of cardio per week. Remember how she was terrified of carbs? Not anymore. At this point, she was eating 350 carbs per day. Now, one of Ivana's big goals was to one day get on the bikini stage, and not only was she in a position where we were still trying to work on metabolism, but she's a relatively smaller person, so we wanted to go through a building phase for a while too, and we ended up going through the entire process between the reverse process and the build process was a total of 52 weeks, so exactly 1 year. Her calories during this time really didn't change much. They only came up a tiny little bit, but it became a bit of a surplus for her, so that small surplus over the amount of time that we were there, she ended up back up about 2 pounds from her initial weight pre-reverse diet. But as you can see, body composition was dramatically different and she was in a way better position metabolically. We then ended up starting a 17-week prep where she ended up getting down to about 110 pounds by the time she was stage weight, where she ended up winning basically everything at her show. She won novice, masters, and the open class of hers that she was in, losing in the overall. What's pretty insane about this though is by the time we got to the end of her cut for prep, she was eating about 1,400 calories per day and doing 200 minutes of steady state cardio, so she was really only eating about 100 calories less than when she started the reverse, just doing maybe about 45 minutes of cardio more, but was now stage lean. Really just goes to show what you can do when you put your body in the right environment. You give it some time to grow instead of constantly beating it into the ground with dieting like so many people do. Now, of course, this shouldn't be expected either, and Ivana's a different case, right? She's a relatively smaller figured person, and she's probably got a faster metabolism than most, but it's cool nonetheless, and it still required an insane amount of effort. Which, just in case you're wondering, Ivana was my first and last bikini client. I don't offer prep services. I have no problem helping people reverse out of a show. I have no problem putting them in a position to be able to effectively start a good prep in the future, but I just had no desire to do actual competition prep coaching. And for that, I really recommend my guys over at Pro Physique. Personally, I'm a lifestyle guy and I freaking love what I do. Now, I know that's the examples you were looking for, but make sure you don't go anywhere because I do have some more things I want to cover and make sure you're aware of. And I hope, if nothing else, what you really gathered from this video was that it's not about what happens during the reverse process that matters. This part of the process is to set yourself up for the future. Don't get me wrong, I understand that it's tough to gain weight, especially if you're already overweight, you're already unhappy with how you look. Going through this process and being okay with gaining more weight on top of it is not easy, but it's so important to see this part through and think big picture to set yourself up for eventual success. Are you willing to be a little bit more overweight now so you can be in better shape for the rest of your life? So, if you're ready to do the work and end the yo-yo dieting cycle, improve your metabolism, and set yourself up for results. If you want help, I'm happy to do so. Just head to my website, ColinDeWaayTraining.com, go to online coaching and apply there. And if you'd like to find out more about how reverse dieting works, why it works, and how to do it, then make sure you check out this top video. Big thank you to Paula, Ron, and Ivana for allowing me to use your info. I'm so proud of all of you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you next time.